see Obe, see Ewabogun. Hey, who they throw away dirty for moat? They throw away dirty for moat. If government catch you. But see this one now. This place when I did so, they're very popular. They call it Police Woman Junction. Police Woman Junction. Yana Obe. Yana Ewabogun. Now the moat be they come. Oh. They don't they put sand. Eh? My people, share them. Drop your comments. Like them. Edo State Ministry of Environment. Edo State Government. Town and Planning. Now one of our historical monuments. Name me this boat. Okay, the moat see they go. But they don't block here. Hey, what? Hey! 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 No fear, no fear, no fear, no fear, no fear. No fear, no fear, no fear. As they watch me, so how you dey? Area journalists, national journalists, international journalists. I did for Ekpobaka local government. Here na Ewabogun, this is na Obe, here na moat. So that the water where they go they gather for this area, it go they pass here, they go siriri where. But they don't they feel them. Then they feel them, they feel them, they feel them, they feel them, they feel them. Then they feel them, they feel them, they feel them, they feel them. Now so it be. Now so it be for different area. People don't feel moat, build house on top of moat. How we go they shout? Erosion, 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 erosion. Hey, what? My leg, you better say my leg does this for you. But community chairman, how can I really? Who can sell the moat? They sell them, who they feel them? Ojewe, how can I really chairman? Who they feed the moat? Eh? But this place, now be that popular Police Woman Junction. Moat! That said now Obe, this is now Ewabogun. But he gave me. Come. Bless it. Help us, somebody will help me here. Come with this guy, come try to drag me. My leg. Come. My leg shook for a second. Share up. Drop your comment. Hey, whoa. Thank you, my guy. Thank you. So the months they go, that they feel them. They feel them. Ministry of Environment. Edo State Government. Moat. I'm not pass here. I'm not pass here. But where you want to go buy land? When you want to go build house on top of moat? Why? Ministry of Environment must come here. Edo State Government must send town and planning. I need to go meet the guy for town and planning. This is now one of our monuments. Because you they wonder where I did for Edo State. I did for Ekpobaka local government. I did for one popular area. See Obe, see Ewabogun. Moat now pass here. Moat. Here now be the popular Woman Police Junction. Very popular for this area. But Ewabogun and Obe community where we are there. The Okayele where we are there. The Ojewe where we are there. Here we feel any. Cameraman, Clary, bring your hand. I got to go. My cameraman. So. Also, waiting they happen. They go. They don't feel am. They don't feel am. Shut up! Now different things they happen for the moat. Okay. Now moat today, moat. Fuck Babaha. They are the filler. Edo State Government Ministry of Environment, Edo State Urban Planning, Town Planner, Ewabogu, Anobe, community where we are there. I need water. This one set rabbit trap for here. Good. This one good. Now better trap. If rabbit pass them, I still set up for you. Okay, this one will put the plantain. He put entire with red and white. You see the plantain. I see the plantain red and white here. Any attempt, you see any attempt for you to cut this plantain. Now red and white the type to. Both pampas and different yama things. Tenant and landlord with this area, they don't turn the moat to their dustbin. But if you still support me now, call my number 080 55 40 73 59. This journalist work. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest. Some of us are not faithful. People go to say Nigeria. Now we will be the people when they say Nigeria. And when they make things hard for ourselves, this country. Report all this kind of yama. Motor they don't cover. Build house on top of moat. Put dirty for moat. Put different things. Welcome to They don't feed the goat. They don't fear. No, now yeah, sink dust now. You give me Rama. I'm not pass here. So people get house. See house. I don't have pressure. Only God can do what no man can do. Unchangeable, reliable. Shut up. Only God can do what no man.
Also, waiting they happen.
That's what I mean.
Merci. Ik ben aan mijn auto. Ja,
Ik
ben maar met jou. Salogbe. Ik ben maar met jou. Salogbe. Salogbe. Merci.
Also, waiting they happen. Make it better pass like this. Say make it better pass like this. Say make it better pass like this. And I pray one day.
What happen? Where your key? What happen?
Where your key?
Where your trouser? Hey! Wait. Record! Hey! What happen?
never hold motor. For what now? For the vigilante again.
It's very offensive.
For vigilante again.
That's what you do me.
What happen? Calm down. Wear your cloth. See your charger. Calm down. Wear cloth. They don't collect your key now.
I don't do anything. They collect my money.
You wear cloth.
No,
Wear your money. They don't come over here. You wear clothes.
They don't come on. Wear your cloth. Now make you naked. Now make you naked. Now make you naked.
They oppress me. They oppress me.
Not only you, all driver they pay these people. Not only you. You get one day for this Aduawa market. I just park on the car.
Wear your trouser. However, I won't go get those state government. Now these are those state task force people, Abi. Okay, those state task force. I go talk to Aneto for Aduawa side, Abi.
I don't know why not
From Aduawa to this side. Let me say something to do work now. Even to the episode demand, they
The man naked. Calm down. See your money, gather your money, calm down.
But money when I don't want for here. About 20,000 they remove her.
They collect your money.
They don't remove her.
All those people wait on those stuff.
Yeah, they're wrong. They're wrong. We don't wait now. If what they do is according to the law. Don't wait now. Why they see the wrong?
They don't see me, they just start to
They're wrong.
Now our government finds something to do for us. So. At least there should be bus stop in Edo State, please. There should be bus stop in Edo State.
Bus stop.
There should be bus stop in Edo State.
Bus stop.
You cannot just come and hold vehicle wey just park like this, and you know say they don't put bus stop. They don't put no parking here. Normally for Uselu, they go mark somewhere like this. You cannot park above this place. After government should come and visit us.
Come now. Don't. Enter motor. Calm down. Lock your door. The door don't hook. Wake it up.
I don't got key now. Let go in my cage just tell you. No one will kill me.
They carry the key about now.
Yes, sir.
Call this side. What?
I tell you, they just tell me.
And they don't know with the key.
You say where they wrong. They know with the key, they wrong. No, but wait.
Respect.
No, wait.
I don't come out to.
Paper, I want to get my key.
Calm down. I monitor them. I go look for them.
They Aduawa.
Aduawa. You have Aduawa.
Upper Mission Road. Inside, they all motor necessarily. They don't pursue me.
I go track them. Don't worry, I go track them.
Waiting they happen. Waiting they happen.
Different area, different streets, they face different challenge. You know, saying when we go to tell government, gully. It get the way gully till they start. If you see this one now this one they call growing gully. But my people, how are they? Not be smart, you know. They say if you see something, say something. And they from one the local government, in Dokpa, that Sawmill Road, and the people they within that area, they go surprise see their house now that they show online. But this not growing gully. They say if the water they come now, but it don't they cut and because state erosion control. My very good friend, Engineer Bramo. You know, say I tell you, say, as an area journalist, now me go fit tell you we all these things. You see, I say for Edo State we get big gully. Now so the gully take start, but this one now, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, and to serve Nigeria with all my strength. Now so it's supposed to be. Now so this thing go to grow, go to expand, Before you know, all this houses were there, they go enter. Before you know, all these houses were still there by the left side. All of them go enter. But the landlord and landladies were there the area. They say they don't try. Okay, come. Okay, you there?
We thank God. Well done.
Where this water? Where they cut this gully? Where they come from?
It come from a coffee. From 3 years ago, it not come. Then from about 4 years ago, no water here. From 3 years ago, now water they come from a coffee. Where they come from now is from that side now. If you reach there now, you go see and I
About they go, more they suffer they work and they go.
Now I cause this one where we did so now. So they don't finish everywhere. I not fit drive out now again. My motor dey there now, not fit drive out.
But una will be the landlord for this area. Una don't try. Una where una dey where this thing they cut and where una dey Kosiam na Kosiam. Where una dey where they cut like this.
We don't try, General. We don't try. This one not be. This one man load. They say SOB not be one man load. We had over tribe ourselves. They didn't overpower us. Now I make us say make we call Senator Ochobole. He Okpeburu make come assist us for here.
Senator Mode Kwewolo.
Sunday Okpeburu make come assist us for here because they think don't overpower.
He get local government chairman. Then I want there with this so. Okay, now growing gully be this so. Now this one, now so gully tell they start.
Exactly that's all. Now with this so. Now with this so. Don't see up that now. We not fit.
Hey.
See the bag when we take feed here the other day now. Here now it don't go down.
Oh yes sir.
Now my wife without permission with one. So this one now we done the pillar that day. Now rain went just for the Saturday night carry everything.
See growing gully is another one oh.
Yeah, I said that small. How would they go so now?
No they go. Hey. Tell me safe when they fall.
You not come out. You cannot come out. Like. Cannot come out.
But you where they watch us now. How your area be? How your community be? We not go feel live for government. And we need to also inform government. So that we go let government know. Bros. I just say now only in the area. That's everything. Mama, may you still call this and may you still call this and may I just say now only you did the area. But that's everything now. More they work, you know, come out to the you just
They come here from shop.
from shop. At least area you stay.
Not area they stay. No, they will not get road again.
If rain they fall, I dey pay for this place.
If you see the erosion when they here, you don't see the one when happen for Philippines. Now like this, I saw yours before this place.
For Philippines.
You see that erosion that
Yes.
I saw yours before. If rain fall for here, you don't feel pass. You don't go allow yourself. Me, you will consent. You know, see houses now that they cut. The things that they cut, they go. For those happen, these people don't go even enter houses.
See growing gully there. Oh.
Exactly.
You don't know grass or gully.
You go check front. You go see.
More they waka they go. You know say this.
But where?
These people for this area, they not let me rest for the past 2 years. Call me Dokpa. Consuming. But I won't call on the Oga engineer, the man with the charge of erosion control. Oga engineer, you get a lot of work to do, erosion control. For Wode, for Kobaga, for Oredo, for Esako, for Esalan. Where una dey before this thing they cut this like this thing. Yeah. Where una dey?
We try ourselves. You know, every year we dey spend millions on self-contribution, self-effort to try to make sure so we do this thing. But you
All
know,
this house they go enter inside though.
that's small email. Not see this one now. Not the enter house again. So that we dey try self-effort. We dey try, but we not go fit control erosion. You know, guy, our power no go fit reach this one. This one na government project.
Okay, your house go enter inside here oh.
It's so they don't dey see na person motor be down. You no fit enter company.
Correct.
Na person motor be down.
Okay, see growing gully for your front, growing gully.
Watch, see this one. This one na no dey fit enter house again. So this one na no dey fit enter house again.
I want beg Edo State government. Send your engineers, Ministry of Environment, Edo State Erosion Control and Watershed.
Motor they don't fit enter their compound.
I need to carry your guy here for erosion come here. That means the rain they come. For Philippines.
You see that erosion when they carry people houses. That's what they be for this side.
But where I feel pass here, where they pass here go. Okay, we have Federal Psychiatric Hospital there. That road service still get as it be.
Waiting they happen.
Main road extension for Idokpa for one day local government. Landlord and landladies, they don't try their best, so many tenants don't run, they don't park. Hey, whoa.
I hear with this is for more than 15 years now.
Okay.
First
of all, God will heal you.
Waka.
Call this time I can make you see the.
To waka for the other problem. To drive back, back of the person. Not of the person. See roads not everywhere. Look at
this place.
So we just there for many years.
The water they come from.
From the castle. From so now, I had the pack everything pass. What do we need now with the big government, our governor now? They can help us. They come to our aid to help us. To make sure say this woman can help us do one. We don't get part to do one.
Mommy, how are you?
I'm fine, oh.
Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what the Lord has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. And it will surprise you what the Lord has done. You be Bini?
I be Bini.
Ogbe ma beti awo, selogbe. Ogbe ma beti awo,
Selogbe ẹ̀wò.
ogbe ma beti awo,
Selogbe ẹ̀wò.
selogbe,
Ẹ̀wò
selogbe,
ẹ̀wò.
selogbe,
Ẹ̀wò
selogbe,
ẹ̀wò.
selogbe.
Wasunu.
Something dey happen.
Say make you better pass like this. Say make you better pass like this. And I
Waiting they happen.
But for the past 2 years, you don't let me rest. You did disturb my line, they come my line, they come my
How
line.
will I let you rest? I shall say, snake they up zinc. Other than they sleep for house. When this place I cannot enter my house, I go let you enter. No. See, my motor I can't drive them. You know, say Sabi. Now machine, you know see the road yourself. I know they eat make enter my belly.
Daddy,
You know see where you know see front.
golly, they come from this side. They come from this side. This water.
Now here it is.
Hey,
Now here, I came to government, I don't know. They say they give contractor C4. C4 for the past 6 years or 5 years, we not see them again. Government, I be make a speaking for them.
let's say Monday Senator, Monday Pewolo. The year is away, but what will be the solution to this water with the one drive all of now come from this area?
You yes, I be a Guinea. Solution na government. Na government near God. If God say yes, na so na government say.
Okay,
if government
after
say
God,
yes,
na government.
Na government. If government say here now today, this erosion go come out. Not me where they go. Okay, I say erosion come out. It come out so. If government just say now erosion come out, the everything will go concern the erosion don't go
That means
final.
where they send their engineer come.
Hey, I go happy. Oh, see my hand for up. I the beg God. I the beg government. Make them send the engineer come now. Before. I know give
Put that
date.
for 2026 budget. Now go call international.
January. The
If
big
rain they fall for this area, how they be?
area. If you see that motor so, it go swallow him. He go swallow him. If you see, not see machine now because this one day for yesterday night 4. Not as machine they pass here now. The other day, he 4 woman where they go clinic. He carry baby. This road. I call my boy. I say, I beg, come help this woman come up for floor.
What you don't do now? We be landlord.
Yeah.
What you don't do to help yourself?
Okay.
Hey?
You see this fence where I make so? Now to make sure say water no enter my house. And I saw that we other landlord. We don't try. The more we try, the more they go back. If we are 100% front today, the next year it will be 200% backward. I beg, Wazunu.
Talk to Senator Monday Bawolo with this idea.
Oh, me, man. No, who do me working now, Gawa? If I'm the Gina now, say when I will go, that kid did Guanyo honking, he had the Guanyo when I will go. But say when they were in the door, in the door with no money when I banaba. Oh, me milking. He am the Gina now. I also know where come you now one when we were 20. Can you get your motto of a city? Where, my son? Okbebo, my wo. Tell me my family now, Mamudia Hell.
Sawmill Road.
Sawmill Road, Idokpa, Sawmill Road.
Oh, the local government.
All in.
Say make you better pass like this. Say make you better pass like this. And I pray one day.
Also, waiting they happen. ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you for joining us today on the program Healthy Living. I'm Adesu Wagie. A lot of us wonder why somebody will sleep and never wake up. Others will just wonder why a healthy person will slump and die immediately. So many of these questions are heavy in our hearts, but how do we go about it? Some would imply other things to it except for medical reasons. So today, we're going to be talking about sudden cardiac deaths. Sudden cardiac deaths, we'll look at the symptoms, if there are any, causes, and probably we'll get some possible cautions to be taken or adhered to so that you don't fall victim to sudden cardiac death. And who are more susceptible to this problem? Is it the male or female, or is it an everybody thing? These and many more we'll be looking at on the program today on Healthy Living. And joining me to discuss this is Dr. Henry Onwalu, a Senior Registrar Cardiology Unit of the University of Benin Teaching Hospital. A pleasure to have you join me today, Doctor.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. So, like I said, sudden cardiac deaths. What does it mean?
Well, good afternoon, viewers. Just as the name implies sudden cardiac death. So that suggests an unexpected death that is sudden, usually within an hour of symptoms. And of course, in a patient or in someone with a known or unknown cardiac disease. I say known or unknown because most times people routinely will not go for checkup. So there's an underlying heart problems, but they never knew about it because they didn't get to visit a clinic where a doctor evaluated and said, we have an underlying heart problems, just managing themselves, pushing through until the day there was an incident, and maybe on autopsy or on further investigation, we discovered that there was an underlying cardiac problem. So that's why we say it is sudden cardiac death.
This one that is sudden, are there symptoms?
Yeah, usually what we call a prodromal phase or signs and symptoms, where the person may feel, unusually weak or fatigue. Sometimes some of them it can come with chest pain, some chest discomfort or chest pain that cannot really be so clear. Just feel some chest discomfort. Some of them may have what we call palpitation. Okay. A sudden awareness of one's heart. Usually, the heart beats 247. You don't get to know that your heart is beating. I think you don't get to be aware of the beatings of the heart. But when one begins to feel or be aware of the heartbeats, that's what we refer to as palpitation.
Like what kind of feeling should that person have?
As the heart is pulsating, you hear, you are aware that my heart is beating too fast, or it's beating irregularly.
Sometimes there is this feeling of fear, and the heart will suddenly jump. Other times, it could just jump for no reason at all. According to laymen like us, for no reason at all. You say, why is my heart beating like this? There's nothing pushing you, or there's nothing that took you by surprise to have caused that kind of palpitation, but you just feel it. And other times you see people just said, hold on to their hearts, and then the next thing they slum and die. So
such is a pointer to why somebody should get evaluated properly. For instance, it's not normal. I usually would not feel that heart jumping. Usually would not feel that heart beating too fast. And for no reason you are feeling it. Well, it's okay when somebody is anxious. That could be physiological. Or when somebody is, exerting himself, or maybe somebody that is running. When you run, the physiological response of the heart is you feel your heart beating faster. And for this one, for no reason, you're just going about your normal activity, which you would do before. And you can feel the heart, jumping, like you say, that's what we call palpitation. That suggests that all is not well. So that one should visit.
But unfortunately, even at that, I've seen it happen. I say, what I need is a bottle of soft drink. Let me not promote them now. A bottle of soft drink and some water, I'll be fine. I've seen it happen to somebody, and the person just took a bottle of soft drink and said, okay, I think I'm good, without thinking of going to the hospital. The hospital is usually the last place every person will want to visit. And that on its own is, I think that on its own is a pandemic already, because people don't go to hospital until it is quarter past. So now let us look at those with underlying ailment that should be aware of this problem.
Yeah, usually with people with, there are things we call risk factors. Risk factors means what are the conditions that predispose one to having a sudden cardiac death.
Okay.
And so we could categorize it as nutritional. You can even say genetic. When you say nutritional, things like excessive alcohol comes in here. Of course, excessive alcohol, some persons will have their hearts racing and jumping. And sometimes there are some drinks referred to as energy drinks. I don't want to mention some names now. Those drinks,
please don't mention. We just know the energy drinks, sport drinks.
They make you feel alert, energetic. Even sometimes you don't sleep. But if you look in, some persons could take as much as more than they should take. And they will be wondering, the way my heart is beating, it's not regular.
But nowadays, people live on it, especially young men. You see them carrying it in water cans and
some get
in
lucky.
All kind of bottles.
Some get
but that
lucky.
is what they live on.
Some get lucky. They know that, it is each time I take this, I feel this symptom, and they stop. And when you take away the trigger or the assault, it means that the injury is off, and then the person will be free. But someone may not know, just keep taking it and taking it. And before you know what's happening, there's a problem. That's why I said nutrition that comes in the energy drink,
Okay.
the excessive alcohol. Then for some reasons, you know, when you talk about malnutrition, we have what we call micronutrient malnutrition, things like
Okay.
magnesium particularly.
Okay.
For some studies, you know, it's been observed that when the magnesium intake is low, it can
Okay.
predispose to a nutritional factor causing
Okay,
sudden cardiac death.
for the purpose of educating the public, can you please break down this magnesium intake?
Most times when we take our food, you know, we talk of balance. That's why we talk about fruits. Sometimes we say take supplements. If one goes for a routine screening and the magnesium level is low,
Okay.
there are some reasons we say, okay, let's do micronutrient screening. And if it's low, they will give you some supplements. And of course, take some fruits. Most of the food we eat, all those things we put, some of them have some of these micronutrients
Okay.
in the amount that is sufficient for the body.
Okay.
But if for some reasons there's, you know, we're not having balanced diet and there's some malnutrition from micronutrients, then we'll put in supplements.
In this economy, we are talking about
Then
getting our tummy filled, not balanced diet now.
But most times, some of the things we need for the balanced diet are things that we could help ourselves with.
Okay.
As simple as having a garden, you know, once in a while putting fruits in your diet. Those little things that we may just commonize. They really may not be so
They're very
difficult to
important.
access. And we don't need so much from these micronutrients just to be well nourished. Then things like genetic factors.
Okay.
In genetic factors, a lot has to do with genetic factors because for some reasons it just runs in some family. You know, if in some family you have this history of people having sudden cardiac death, people just slump and
And
they are no
die.
more, they slump, and particularly when it's multiple, that suggests that every member of that family should come for screening. So we
Okay.
can pick the problem earlier and then begin to see how we can manage the risk factors. It's not the person's fault, just that in some families, for some reasons, we have what we call hypertrophic cardiomyopathy.
Okay.
The heart's just excessively thickened. It's not
Okay.
your fault, but being aware, you know, one anticipates.
And it's not a village people thing.
Not necessarily.
Because that is what we usually attribute it to.
Not necessarily. Medically speaking, it's a genetic factor. That's why I said nutritional factor. I've explained that. I've talked about genetic factor.
Genetic
Now, where I'm
factor.
talking about what some of them we call them long QT syndrome.
Okay.
For some reasons, the electrical transmission in the heart, you know, because of some structural malfunction or abnormality of the genetic makeup. So the conduction is not smooth, it's longer, like you say, long
Longer,
QT syndrome. And that's predisposed to abnormal conduction, and that can cause a sudden cardiac arrest, and that's sudden cardiac death. And we have acquired, we have congenital. Of course, for the acquired, there are some drugs that can prolong the QT interval.
Okay.
So such drugs, in some conditions, are avoided. So there are some tests we do when the QT is prolonged. Some of those drugs are avoided because that can lead to sudden cardiac death in a patient that already have a background problem. You know, then there are a lot of others. So we talk about genetic. We talk about I've mentioned nutritional.
Yes, you have.
We have what we call arrhythmias. Arrhythmias still talks about the electrical conduction of the heart because the heart works by both the mechanical and the electrical. That's what keeps the heart working. So with the electrical components, if there's any problem in the transmission, what we call arrhythmia, it's like somebody, when you say somebody is having what we call convulsion epilepsy, sometimes in this transmission in the heart, there's some disruption or abnormal flow.
Okay.
So that abnormal flow is what we call arrhythmia. One of them is what we call premature. I'm sorry for using a lot of medical
No, go
jargon.
ahead. We're listening.
Premature ventricular contraction. If an ECG is done,
Okay.
sometimes it can be occasional, not to worry. But for some time, if it is maybe having it occurring like 10 times in an hour, that's significant. And that can give an idea of this person is at risk of sudden cardiac death. So having that, evaluating that arrhythmia can help us know and categorize. So there are a lot of other risk factors, but for time, just not
Okay,
to bore
there's
us.
one I'm going to ask you after this short break. All right, the program is Healthy Living on independent television. We'll take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll continue with questioning the doctor so that we can get answers to our problems. We'll take that short break now. All right, thank you everyone for staying tuned. We're still on Healthy Living, and I'm talking with Dr. Onwualu. All right, doctor, what is the relationship between obesity and sudden cardiac death?
Yeah, you know, the list, I didn't exhaust all the list for risk factors causing sudden cardiac death. Well, we have modifiable risk factors and non-modifiable risk factors. One of such is things like genetic factor. You don't determine your genetic components. You are giving birth to that way. Things like your age.
But we can manage it.
Well, identifying it helps us
to manage
and try and see how we can avoid things that can trigger it. But we have no control. Things like increasing age is a risk factor for sudden cardiac death.
Okay.
So we have no control. We age per second. But the second that goes by, I'm getting older, I'm not getting any younger. So you have no control over that. But things like weight, what is obesity? The body mass index is one of the criteria we use to define obesity, either abdominal girth or body mass index. Either way you see it, those are things we use to objectively assess obesity. So if we go by BMI, obesity means that the weight for height is more than, most times we say 25 and above to 29.9, according to WHO, we say it's overweight. Then anything 30 and above, we say it's obesity. So this poses a risk for coronary heart disease, cardiovascular disease, and of which, once there's a cardiovascular disease, that means that there's a background underlying heart problem, and that's a risk factor for sudden cardiac death. So that's the relationship between obesity and sudden cardiac death. So for obesity also, you know, one of the things that it's modifiable. We have we have the opportunity to shed off some weight.
Work on it.
And that's why I classify it as it's classified as a modifiable risk factor, unlike the increasing age, genetic components, and the others that are not modifiable. So this one is modifiable.
Okay, instances where people sleep and don't wake up again. Could it be cardiac arrest or cardiac sudden death?
Now, well, cardiac arrest could lead to sudden cardiac death. Don't forget, when they say cardiac arrest, it means that the heart stops. And for the period the heart stops, there may be some injury. Whether I like it or not, when there's an abrupt cut-off of the oxygen and blood supply, because even the heart itself requires blood supply and oxygen. You know, the particular area or segment supplied suffers some injury. So there's some micro scar, depending on the level of damage that has occurred there. And when that occurs, that's to say that that place will malfunction. And so that's why I say there's a link between the cardiac arrest leading to sudden cardiac death. But however, the defining factor there is that there's a background cardiac disease before you can talk about the sudden cardiac death.
So when people sleep and don't wake up, is a problem
now, when people sleep and don't wake up, if there's a background heart problem, sleeping and don't wake up could mean that the sudden cardiac death occurred while asleep. And things like heart attack, if an heart attack occurs during sleep, and depending on the severity, what we call myocardial infarction, what we refer to as heart attack in the layman's world, is that there is some occlusion of the blood supply to a particular region of the heart. So the degree of the occlusion defines the severity of the ischemia. So if it is an acute myocardial infarction, that means the occlusion is at least 70%, 80%, 90%, almost completely blocked. And when that happens, it shows that that part of the heart is compromised, and there may not be recovery. Okay,
does this also happen in children?
Yeah, it is rare, but when it does happen in children, then most likely it is a genetic component that is contributing. All those genetic abnormalities like the long QT syndrome, the Brugada syndrome, when those ones are occurring, most times below 35 years. Then, otherwise, it's like I said, increasing age is one of the strong risk factors. As we grow older, the vessels are sclerosed, you know, the heart is old. And for most times, people that already have a background heart problem, for instance, heart failure. Somebody that has heart failure suggests that the person is also at risk of having a sudden cardiac death, particularly when the ejection fraction, because when we do a scan of the heart, what we call echocardiography, we are able to assess for the systolic function by the ejection fraction. If it is less than 30, that is an indicator of a high risk for sudden cardiac death.
You know, all of this will be difficult for layman to understand, except you go to the hospital. And it's not something you can diagnose yourself.
No, you have to be evaluated. That's why, for instance, somebody may be somebody close to you now, maybe walking or being around you at work, but you observe that this person is always easily getting tired. But the person is managing. Such person shouldn't manage. You should just visit and say, I observed that recently I'm not as strong as I used to be. I easily get fatigued. Maybe the person is overweight. That's another reason to say, oh, I'm overweight, I'm actually getting fatigued. Let me just walk in for a check. This is not how I used to feel. And you may be surprised, you go in for that check and they say, oh, the ejection fraction of the heart is low. And of course, there are some drugs we can give to improve the function of the heart, shed off some weight. There's some injection we can give to shed off some weight. There's some things we can do to improve the overall function. And then that risk factor is controlled. And that delays the, the consequences that would have happened if the person had not come for that checkup. So the message here is, when we don't feel well enough, when we feel unwell, when the body gives signal, because most time the body will give signals, and we recognize those signals, we are advised to walk into the general practice and have a general check.
Being on this program is like doing advocacy too. But unfortunately, you are Nigerian, I'm Nigerian. You work in a hospital. You know that most cases come from the emergency units. Until somebody is almost gone, we find it difficult to go to hospital. And the problem of this world is so much that anything can happen to anybody at any time. Somebody can just fall suddenly in the market and the person is gone. And people don't come to help. The next, everybody's bringing our phone to come and let's see what's happening. You're videoing the person instead of calling for help. And then ambulance services is another thing. The 911, the emergency number thing is another crazy thing in this part of the world. We don't really have it.
I know we used to have some emergency ambulances I see at work. I don't know if they're still functional.
I think those ones are still there.
Fine. So thanks to
but it should be everywhere.
Our environment, we have that. However, well, it is what we are faced with. And that now will be a pointer to self-help, what you can do to prevent it, do. One of the risk factors I didn't mention was psychosocial.
Okay.
Psychosocial risk factor is something that we may be able to control. Things like things that can necessarily make you depressed, you avoid them, because depression is a risk factor for cardiac.
Okay.
Things like maybe, for instance, well, your socio-economic status, really, you don't have any control over that. But just try and work harder to improve, because most times some of these things happen more in the low socio-economic status. Yes, maybe because, I don't know, the people high up there are able to afford medical, they're able to access healthcare easily because they are more empowered. So maybe that's why it occurs more in the low socio-economic status than the higher socio-economic
Even for some of those who can afford it, hospital is the last place they want to go to. Rather, we'll go to church. We'll go and faith it out.
Well, yeah.
So relationship between faith and medicine.
It has to be, there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance. Why there has to be a balance? Even if you want to faith it out, you should even know what is wrong before you faith it out. And if you know what is wrong, you're faithing it out, you know what you're faithing. So you can't know what is wrong if you're not evaluated. So I will still explain further that maybe ignorance may be the problem. What are you faithing when you don't even know what is wrong?
What is wrong?
And so I don't think there should be any clash. It's just ignorance, maybe. Because if you feel unwell, you need to be told why you are feeling unwell. So you are not working, get evaluated and say, okay, this is what
I don't think ignorance is an excuse, because a lot of us are very good churchgoers. I believe in miracles, I do. So don't get me wrong, please. I believe in miracles, but you have to know, like you said, you have to know what is wrong with you before you can ask for a miracle and what is wrong with you. All right, Doctor, before we leave, then, can you just please tell every one of us, particularly those of us who don't like hospitals, I don't like hospitals, but I try my best possible to do all that I can. Tell us what to do. How should we look at our hearts before we start running to the hospital? Tell us how the heart should function, what we should look out for, and how to generally take care of ourselves so that we don't become victim of our own mistakes. In the next 30 seconds, can you do that for us?
Yeah, I can do that. Well, the summary of all we've just said is, be aware of your health, know your numbers, know your body.
Okay.
You feel any slight change you cannot explain. You don't have to like the hospitals. And most times you don't have to have emergency per se before you walk in. We have what we call the wellness clinic. You just walk in, I just keep my routine. I make it a habit once in a year to go for general check.
Like a birthday gift to yourself.
Yes, and know your numbers. What are the numbers you should know? Know your BMI.
Okay.
Know your blood pressure.
Okay.
Know your fasting blood glucose.
Okay.
Know your cholesterol, at least this basic 4. Your BMI will help you know how you should discipline yourself to trim your weight down and your diet. Your blood pressure will help you know if you need an intervention to work on your BP or not.
Okay.
Your fasting blood sugar will help you know if you need to control that sugar. And of course, your cholesterol will help you know if you need to control your cholesterol.
Okay.
And if you can do this on your routine check at least once in a year, then at least you've done the minimum you should do.
All right, doctor. Thank you so much for finding time to be with us. Today we cannot take calls. We hardly take calls on TV, but we can take calls on radio, and we do that on Thursday. So let me get this promise from you that we'll do this on Thursday on radio. Yes, doctor, yes. Thank you so much for saying yes. All right, people, this is what we're going to do today. Know your cholesterol level, know your BMI, know your sugar level, know your heart rate level, know everything that you need to know about yourself. And I will let you know that it does not cost much. There's a wellness clinic at UBTH. It's a government hospital. I'm not promoting that hospital. I've used it, and I think you can use it too. Hopefully the strike will be over soon, and people will go about their normal activities again in the hospital. So thank you, Dr. Nwalu, for finding time to be with us. So we'll see you again on Thursday, and that will be on radio. Until then, please take care of yourself. Don't drink too much. There are some sport drinks you should not even go close to, okay? All of this will damage your life if you are not careful. Bye-bye.
Certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Welcome to Markets of Day, your weekly guide to the pulse of trade and daily living across Nigeria. In recent time, the rising cost of food items has continued to place pressure on many households. Today we focus on one essential ingredient found in the kitchens across the country, egusi, also known as melon seed. Whether it is used for soup, sauce, or local delicacy, egusi remains a favorite meal in many homes. On this edition of Market Survey, we'll find out the current prices of egusi, what is driving the change, and how traders are adjusting to the new realities.
How the price of egusi now? But first, in general, it don't come down, maybe it don't go up.
It don't come down, but no market.
Okay. So how much until they sell now? How the cups of egusi? How much do they sell for cup?
This cup of 500 before. Now 350.
Okay.
700 before, come before 450. Yes.
So na different type. Yes. This one na which one?
Na Hausa melon be this. This na hand pea.
Okay. Okay. So na this one na how much before? How much now?
Before na 700 the cup. Now it don't be 450, 500.
Okay, what about this one? This measurement, Obioro.
This one, we dey buy am before 15,000. Now it don't come be 7,000.
So which one? Okay. What about the Hausa one?
The Hausa one. Now they say na 4,000 before na 6,000.
Okay, they said tomatoes cup for this melon.
Many people no dey gree buy tomatoes, e no reach anything. Me cup now dey take sell pass.
So mama, how na take dey buy the melon? Na dey buy am for bag abi basket? How na take dey buy am?
No, na paint rubber. That is custard rubber. We dey buy am before 9,000. Now e come be 6,000.
Custard rubber.
The custard rubber.
So, but you know, say you talk and say na different type of egusi. So, so the one where you dey buy before. So, just tell us which one. Whether na the ando, abi na the Hausa one.
I dey buy the two now.
For the custard rubber.
The custard rubber for here. For Hausa one, now I tell you 6,000 now. Okay. This one hand own. Before we dey buy am 11,000. Now it don't be 8,500. Yes.
So mama, this egusi na get season wey dey come down well. Maybe say suppose come down, get the kind season wey dey come down.
Yes, so now this season now. Now this season they don't dey wash melon for farm. Now it go come down. After Christmas again go increase. Benin own 7,000. Now it don't be 4,000.
For which rubber? Which depends rubber?
Custard rubber. And so custard rubber, but I not price the bag. I not price the bag. Na custard rubber they take buy.
And I let Benin they see for down where they never peel.
Hausa na they peel and come by themselves for their own.
This one na engine they peel.
This one na engine they peel. This one na hand.
Egusi be now for market.
Egusi see the way they never see change.
How much na say how na say they carry am na bag na pants? How na say they carry am for market?
Nah, it depend on the thing. We dey carry, we dey measure for the thing they buy. So it depend on how your money reach. So you can fit carry one bag, you can fit carry quarter of bag. So
how much for those bags you want carry?
If in case you want carry bag, is 200. So. As you take up now you see taste it to taste your own gain and the profit. So that's what you take do.
So how much now they measure now for cup?
Cup is 500, 600. Exactly. This one NGO na 500. Hand pay na 600.
The hand pay na the one they use and take pay.
Yes.
So that the two they different for
different
price.
Yes.
So now this cup now this they measure.
Yes, so let this. This one. This one if na engine, this one na 4,000. Hand do na how much? 5,000. For this one. This one na rubber. So hand do 9,000. Engine 7,000.
Last price.
Yes.
So there's nothing price past that one.
No. If we two price, we fit give am 6,500. Do it because our customer, so na just personal customer. We give am 6,500 lowest price.
So this cup might be the smallest cup on the side.
Yes. No, you see the second one. This one na 250 for NGO. Handle 300.
Wow. So you talk and say handle the NGO day. That means the one where they use and say P. Yes. So what about the one where they never pay? So now they say that one.
No, not they say that one. If in case you want to say that one, if that one too much, that one they're not the measure for cup. Every that one too much, either 300 or 400.
What do you say they measure as? They measure for cup?
Exactly like this. And this one. I saw that they sell.
So now you talk say the price now still the way it is.
You see the way it is.
Since when this price still be like this?
Now since last year now. Since last year, now you see the never second. No, you never second that.
But they say egusi they get season wey this say they cheap.
The season so the last time so that this last month now. Some say this melon for 9,000 now. Some say 7,000. So this period now, I know shall say new melon go soon come out so.
So new melon come out now I go.
Maybe if a new melon come out now, I go see come down small.
How the business of egusi for market?
If you buy bag now, before was 180, 200, but now it's now 240, 245, depends, 250. Yes. Now.
So what about if you dey measure for paint? How na they buy am for market?
Well, like now they sell paint 5,000. I don't know how much others say they sell their own. It can be 5,500, it can be 4,500, it can be 5,000.
So apart from paint, other ones where they measure, how you take they measure am?
Like Ukobio one now.
See the Ukobio whole cost.
2,500, some sell it 3,000, some sell it 2,800. Depends on the person.
And I still understand say it depends on the type of egusi.
One are ant, one is aging. The handle you can get it 3,500, but this aging now is 2,500. So sell it 2,800. Depends of the person.
So now only that two type of egusi na dey.
Yes.
Okay. So apart from this one, how much did they measure for this rubber?
Like this one now is 5,000. So sell it 5,500.
5,000. Which one, the hand or the?
The aging.
Okay.
The hand you can get it 7,500, 7,000. Depends of the person. Yes.
So what about cup? How do they measure for cup?
This cup is 400. This one is 400. The hand though is 600. Why the aging is 400?
Why the hand though there past the inch?
Because it's human being that used to break it. Human being will take time and break it. And the aging, maybe a back can be breaking in a minute.
Well, okay. As now you might be now they break down with hand. Which one if you say they better part? The one where they break with hand or the one that they break with inch?
The one they break with aging. It dey like the hand though, it dey thick than the aging own. If you cook the hand though, it will thick. We have seeds inside. The aging own will be so light. It's not, there's no difference in it. That's yeah.
Well, na the same melon, just be say one.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
The melon sometimes e go come down, sometimes e go there. So we not gonna know the one we dey for inside. Even the outside when we still dey follow dey buy, some they go say e cheap, some go say e there. If you go New Benin, if you reach there, you see cheap one buy, but for here, e no dey like come down.
So how much na person dey buy am before na say dey buy am now?
Before we dey buy am 7,000.
For which one?
For rubber.
Rubber of which one? Because I
rubber of rice.
Okay.
Rubber of rice 7,000 before. But now we come dey buy am 6,000 for here for Selu market here. But if you go New Benin, you buy am 5,500. But if you reach here, they will say it never drop. Now 6,000 we dey buy am for here. But if you go New Benin, you buy am 5,500.
So now, you say they say na two type of melon dey. Why they say the ando and the NGO?
Now the NGO na be 6,500.
Okay.
Why the ando you see am buy 8,000 or 7,000.
Okay. So how much you got they measure am for cup?
We dey sell 450. We dey sell 400.
Okay. Which one be 450?
The one of engine we fit sell 400. We fit sell 450.
Yeah.
Why hand though 600, 500.
So what if you say be the difference between this NGO and the ando?
Na the hand though na dey sweet pass and na see white pass.
Okay.
So this NGO some dey carry sand. If you wan cook am you fit blow am you select am. Na be the difference when e dey inside.
Okay. So apart from this cup, which other cup you dey measure egusi?
Na kobi owo. That is half of rice rubber.
Yeah, how much?
But that one na 3,000 for the half of rubber.
For which one, the hand or the engine?
For the engine. Why for the hand though na 4,000.
So now you say the price is now never too come down like that.
E never too come down because e go come down, e go still go up. E dey wave.
But you suppose get season where we say egusi o take the counter, where we say go cheap for
Now when you need come outside, when the plants come outside, melon go still come outside, go still drop small.
So like this, I will never reach that season.
No, it never reach.
That's why you sit there on the ice.
Yes.
So between how much they buy and before and they buy, and like how much difference? If you talk like how much difference we dey now they.
Like 1,000 different now before now 7,000 now 6,000.
Okay. So if you get the time that they buy and pass like for a lower price.
Before that time, don't say not be now again.
How much they buy?
That time we dey buy 2,000, 3,000 for rubber. 1,800.
Now they go up. Jonathan regime, we were selling it 50 naira. Hand melon was 80 naira. Edgy melon was 50 naira. But now we are buying a cup of hand melon 700 naira. Edgy melon 500 naira in the market. So you people should go and talk about it. It's not only melon, even pepper.
So they carry for bag.
Look at the bag over there. Now, do you see it?
Yes.
That bag of melon now, I'm buying it 360,000 naira. In a bag. Jonathan regime, I was buying it 32,000 naira at bag. That was there. So when we are in Buhari regime, and I start buying it 120,000 naira in a bag, we now started complaining. But now we're in Jagaba regime. We are buying it 360,000. Do you see the bag? That is the bag over there. I'm buying it in the market now 360,000 naira.
Well, they said that the period of melon now they say supposed conda.
That is the thing. Now we are saying conda, we buy it 400 and something thousand. We bought this particular bag 420, 430. But now we are in the period of melon. Now we are buying it 360. Look at the bag over there. Look at it. This is the melon bag. I'm buying it 360 in the market right now. Before I transport it. You see it? In Jonathan regime, I was buying it at 32,000 naira. Jagaban regime, I bought it. Highest price is 120. Now I'm buying it 360 in the market. Yes, look at it now. Look at the evidence. I'm showing you the bag now. 360,000 naira I bought it.
Egusi called down small. I dey sell 450. I dey sell 400. I dey sell 450. I dey sell 400.
So how much did they carry it for market? Now bag you dey carry, be you dey measure?
No, na measure I dey measure. Because I no get money for bag. I dey measure.
So that measurement, how much did they carry?
That measurement, I dey carry am. The time wey be say I never know as e dey sell, I dey carry am 3,500. But now na 3,000.
Okay. So how you say they can't measure am? Because now two type, Ando and NGO.
Hand you na dey front. There the one wey dey back na NGO. That hand you 650. The NGO I dey sell 450, 400.
For cup?
Yes.
Which other thing you say they measure am? Which other side you say they measure am?
Nah, just only this milk cup.
Now you say they measure for the.
Yes.
So what if you say be the difference between that NGO and the Ando?
Different day because that NGO, that hand you jare, they cook am. They say they sweet pass NGO. Now make am.
So now that one be the difference. Now make am dear pass this other one because.
Yes, now how did they take break am? No be edgy. Price the way they break come for me na edgy. If you no break for me, I no go buy because that one wey be say they sell.
Yes.
They miss am.
Okay.
For market they miss am. But if that woman no break for me, I no dey buy.
They miss am with which one?
They go mix the two together. They go say na hand. But only hand you own. If that woman come, he break for me, I go buy. But if he finish, I no go buy again because they miss am.
So how you go tell no say they miss am?
If I touch am, different day. Because if you touch hand you, it go shook your hand. But here you, if they miss am, you put am for hand, you no go do anything. You just dey like that.
You no go chook your hand.
You no go chook. Yes.
But now what they miss now, of course they sell and the way they sell and price.
Yes, na so. so that they go see their own for inside. As I buy, now I go sell, but I know the miss.
But they say now the season of egusi now with this.
Yes, now.
So
now
why
we
the price is still be like this? Suppose come that pass this one.
As they sell for here now. No, say here now with New Benin, no be the same.
Like what will be the difference?
New Benin now they fit sell 2.8, but here 3,000. That be the difference.
But that is small. But it be like what we say. Some person they go buy for New Benin. If you go buy for New Benin, sell for here. How you go taste that one? You buy
All that one they get the power to take go that side now. Person wey not get power go say they here go there. Even na 109 day inside. To me, I'm okay. But some people they find big money for inside. As it talk, if na small money na dey inside for me, I'm okay. Na so it be.
As we've seen, egusi remains a staple in many Nigerian households, but its rising costs continue to shape the choices of both traders and consumers. From supply challenges to increased transport expenses, several factors are influencing today's prices. Yet, despite these difficulties, families continue to adapt and traders work hard to keep their business going. The hope is that prices become more stable in the weeks ahead, easing the pressure on every home.
To the end of today's edition of Market Survey, and we've got to understand that the prices of egusi generally have increased compared to the fact that we are currently in the season. It is still on the high side. I've also got to understand that we have two types of egusi. We have hand egusi and we have machine egusi. I also get to understand that the one for hand is way expensive compared to the one of machine. And that is it on today's edition of Market Survey. I am Stephanie Notoriwa. Thank you so much for staying tuned.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Good afternoon and welcome to your favorite current affairs program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. My name is Ego Sagmola. It's always a delight to have you on this program because everyone, it is my belief that everyone must collectively contribute to the development of Nigeria. The underpinning of the myriads of challenges bedeviling Nigeria can be tackled if people decide to come together, discuss the problems, evolve ideas, and set timelines for implementation. Nigeria can regain its prime position in the Committee of Nations if everyone collectively contribute to the cause, to that cause, to the development of the country. Well, today, there is a problem staring everyone in the face, a problem that has undermined the status of Nigeria as giant of Africa, a problem that has even undermined the integrity of the security forces in Nigeria, because it is believed about 20 years ago that Nigeria has the best foot soldiers in Africa. Some say in the world. But as I speak to you, security, insecurity, and the other attendant problems seem to have undermined that status. So we're looking at the aftermath of recent kidnappings. In some states, schools have been shut down because of insecurity. In the FCT, the director in charge of schools, has been placed on indefinite suspension because he authenticated or he released a memo to the effect that schools should be shut down on Friday. And the FCT minister was mad and placed that senior official on indefinite suspension. In some states, schools have been shut down. So I have with me a very renowned legal practitioner and somebody who has made his mark in the law profession, Professor Job Odion. Nice to have you with us today.
Good afternoon, Augustine. Good afternoon, our visitors at home.
We also have with us a very renowned clergyman, a leader of congregations, and also an educationist, Reverend Benson Ogerake. You are welcome to the studio.
Good afternoon, my beloved, and good afternoon, viewers.
I'm going to start with Reverend Benson Ogerake because he's a proprietor. He owns a private school. He's one of those who has contributed immensely to the development of education in Edo State through his school. And now that some schools have been shut down in some states because of insecurity, because of fear of attack. You remember what happened in Kebbi State? How some students, some girls were adopted. You are aware of what happened in Kwara State. How gunmen attacked the church and adopted some worshippers. So we'll start with you.
Yes, sir.
What's your take when you hear that some schools have been shut down because of insecurity? Because you are a private school proprietor.
Yes. I try to look at it from different aspects.
Okay.
First of all, I look at it from the aspect of security. That if it's for a short term, I use the word short term, that is just because of the security situation, then it can be looked at as something that is welcomed. But we all know about our government that they have never been sincere to any decision they are making. That is where I am not too comfortable. For instance, there's a state that shut down school to the extent that the governor said he's not releasing it. And you now discover that it has a lot of adverse effect in the lives of those children, especially the girl child, which will eventually make them to be illiterate for life. And it has a lot of disadvantages, not only to their individual life, not only to the family, but also to the society and to the entire country in general. So I want to say this, because when I was looking at some of the things, I also tried to make some calls to actually look at some certain things. Please, I want to quickly use 2 words.
Okay.
You discover that the school children that were adopted, the government told us they are released.
Some of them.
Yes. When you look at it, that word released is different from another word that is called rescued. Release means that a ransom was paid.
No, they said no ransom.
That's
a quickly interject. No ransom.
If they said no ransom, you know, I'm trying to look at these 2 words: release, rescue. Because sometimes when they just come out and just tell people they are released, so look at the detail, the meaning of that word release. You know that before you can tell somebody that this person is released, it's on a peaceful atmosphere. So it shows that something happened before they were released. But if they use the word rescue, that sounds like there was a kind of a fight, a battle, before those people were rescued. But you just discover that it's as if it's actually giving us a picture that the government know what they are doing. Which, by the grace of God, you know that as far as this country is concerned, Nigeria people are too intelligent to be fooled. They are too intelligent to be fooled. There are so many things that they think that ordinary men are not aware of, that they don't know, which they actually know. It's just that the power is not in their hands to take action. So, but they know the details of the whole thing. So the government actually, they should come out straight to let us know. All these things that are going on, we have been having series of reports, not only this year, even for some years, to actually know that there are people that are actually sponsor all this evil. The government should be able to have the political will, the strength to actually tackle it. And until they actually face those that are sponsoring it, you discover that this problem will remain. So I want to say that shutting down school is not actually the best, because if government actually provide the security measure, the children can go on in their education. How can it be that a video recording will be done and is released to everywhere to see that almost about 100 to 200 all these bandits will be using bike with guns going out freely, and yet we have not heard that the military decided to use helicopter or maybe a warplane to fight them, or maybe some of them have been arrested, judged, and actually made to face the consequence. So all these are some of the things that are actually creating a lot of unfaithfulness in the side of the government, and also making the Nigerians never to believe in the strength and the protection that the government is supposed to provide for its citizens.
Thank you very much, Reverend Benson Ogeraki. I can see how emotional you are. That's the reason why I wanted you to start, because I know that as an educationist, you are a father to many children, and when you hear anything that is affecting education, I know you will not take it.
Yes.
And that's exactly what you have just displayed. We also have an academics, though in the legal lexicon is a law professor, so it's more of the the law. So, yeah. Professor Joe Bodion, what's your opening remarks on this very disturbing scenario where some schools have been shut down because of fear of attacks, and that's actually the main objective of the Boko Haram? They're against education. Are they having an upper hand over the government?
Well, thank you, Egosa, once more. Well, we will not say they're having an upper hand, really. Such asymmetric or guerrilla warfare. There are always pockets of, instantaneous, victories or successes that are not long-lasting, really. But just that for every little success they have in their nefarious activity, the multiplier effect is that people lose confidence in governance, lose confidence in their security and all that. And it dovetails to every aspect of human endeavor, which for today we are referencing the educational sector. And like you rightly said, and my colleague here has referenced properly, the whole idea about this insurgents, whatever, from Boko Haram and the rest, to target schools, to make sure that the girl child, that's why the girl child does not go to school or get what they call the Western education, except for their so-called religious education, which they think is the best because they can easily doctrinate them and use them for whatever the purpose they wish to achieve. So against that backdrop, you see that government on its own can be assessed to have done poorly, because right from the Chibok kidnapping of more than 11 years ago now, one would have expected that our schools are properly manned, especially government schools, not to talk about private schools, they ought to be manned too, but at least when you have government schools like the boarding facilities, like the one in Kebbi and the rest, there should be much more, a security presence there. Not security by way of having armor tanks or having stand-looking rifle wielding soldiers, but in terms of the networking, the networking of information, closed circuit cameras and all that all over the place, and then you have a central base where you monitor movements. Like I said, thousands, hundreds of insurgents will be on motorbike and be driving on the street, open air, and you wonder how they're not taken out, because if you say you cannot go to their base to strike them, because they probably have a lot of our victims, their victims there, our persons who are in their custody. But when they move out, which means if you have a good surveillance mechanism, you have good intelligence gathering, as they are moving out, you will know. It's even good to allow them move out in the first place. You even allow them plan what they want to do. You even lure them in. You have what we call agent provocateur, those modes, you can plan them. When they are moving, you just cycle and finish them. But fortunately, it's the other way around. They're the ones cycling and capturing our generals and the rest, whereas we are not doing enough of that. So it simply means that there's a lot of failure in terms of our security networking. And then for the spiraling effect on education, when you shut down schools like this, like you referenced, you are indirectly kowtowing to their wishes to stop them from going to school. So on a temporary basis, yes, it can be justified just to remove these students from harm's way, and then you now work immediately towards improving security there, and so that at least they go back almost immediately. But for the psyche of the citizen, for the psyche of the parents, and for the Nigerian psyche, we must not give the impression that these insurgents or criminals are having an upper hand because they strike and then you close down the school temporarily. Like he was trying to reference the semantic aspect, whether you release them or you rescue them, whichever way. But ultimately, they succeeded in taking those students to their domain, to their hideout, and nobody knows what they have done to them within 1 hour or even a few minutes, not to do harm to vulnerable children, And so on no account should they have had their way abducting students in whatever way. And on no account should they have even been able to make away with those students right from the school premises to their forest or wherever they are. And we have had so many spin theories, You heard the governor of Kebbi State, accusing the military of some level of negligence. I think that is what I want to use now. As a milder form of compromise, or saying there was a compromise, but maybe want to use the word negligence just to accommodate them for now until the House of Reps, I understand the House of Reps committees on Navy, the Armed Forces and the others are going to investigate that, because there was this talk about the soldiers moving and the soldiers coming a few minutes thereafter.
The soldiers were there, they left, and afterwards.
Came back. Also the story of the fact that the government has given a security alert, to the military formation around that vicinity, so that if the governor, who is the chief security officer of the state, has access to information which he has shared with the law enforcement agents or the security personnel, you will expect them to do more. The same thing with the Kwara State incident too. It also shows that we are not doing enough, we are not proactive, because the churches have been attacked severally. Look at the Owo massacre. It's not that trying those persons for the offenses committed against those people in Owo. More than 4 years, or about 4 years now. And so we expect that even in churches too, there will be some level of security. And that will bring us to the issue of self-help too, the issue of state policing, issue of vigilante, and because even the churches themselves and the schools too should also work hard. Maybe the private schools should also work hard into their own security architecture. And so that everything must not be government. When government is failing, you have to involve some form of self-help, as we are doing these days in our local vigilante, in our streets and all that. So schools, public and private, as a principal of a school, your lives are at stake. The Kirby man, I think the vice principal was killed.
Yes, where the principal was shot.
So it means that even if the PTA, the student parents, PTAs of those schools come together to say, well, this is our school, and then the local authority cooperate with them too, because you have to also seek some level of. So you must condone of your schools. You must have hunters and some form of vigilante. Of course, when we want to do the postscript of suggestions or recommendation, we have seen that in other climes, even in South Africa here, private security agencies are licensed and they're all over the place. I saw a post where there are some areas in South Africa, maybe streets. I'm sure it's happening in Lagos though, but I'm not sure to say. We have private security who are well armed and equipped.
Okay.
They have even guns that are even more powerful than that of the DSS.
Okay.
They are private, they are paid. And so if a company is contracted to protect schools in those states and is paid, people like the Tompolo and them, those are sorry, those self-acclaimed hard men we have in Nigeria, who can get them. There are so many of them around, lying idle and becoming mischievous. They can be added to our security profile and give it that private arrangement to protect us from their colleagues, because as I said, they are colleagues in crime, so they may wish to help us out time.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Reverend Benson. Now, there's something that just cropped up.
Okay.
Now, don't you think there should be a mechanism that can be put in place to ensure that all schools are adequately protected, like Prof has just said?
Yes.
Maybe vigilantes, maybe ex-military officers, ex-police officers can be recruited just to be guards in schools. Don't you think so?
My beloved brother, you know, thank God that other people are so listening.
Yes.
That is why when we are here like this, we try to give some picture.
Okay.
I want to sincerely say this, that the government is not sincere to themselves, and they are not also truthful to the people.
Are you talking about the federal government now?
Both the federal government and the state.
Okay.
Why did I say so? Take for instance, let me start with those incidents that happened of abducting those children.
Yes.
If you look at the report and try to find out where those children will be taken and to the destination where they were taken to, below is a long distance. How can it be that for them to have come to the town, take the school children, pass through some mines, villages, then all this one, in this era, where you discover that you can be here, you can call outside the country. When you discover that you can be here, you can even call the same state with your phone to try to alert people to say, oh, something has happened here. There are even some people that witnessed it when they were taking those children. They must have made calls. But the question is, how come that the security personnel that belong to the government There was not even a atom of saying, oh, they get to some, before they get to some place, that they intercept them, or maybe they block the road. They will now hear that, oh, there was a gun battle at so and so place. They kill. It's not my desire that they should kill any policeman. There was exchange of fire, but some people sustained injury and all this one. So when we are hearing that, we'll be able to know that, oh, the government is actually making provisions to actually secure its citizens. Now look at, if the government people that are licensed to actually defend the people, and they are not there for them. If anybody decided to say, okay, let us employ a private hand, and there is no proper approval.
Definitely.
Beloved, I sincerely tell you this, even as people are hearing me now, then you discover that they can use it as a way to even shut down the school. They will begin to ask you, who give you the permission? Who do this? Who do this? So if somebody is coming to attack a school, and you know that the security there, when is a private and is properly licensed. So when in the process of trying to defend the students and he kill one or two of them, he knows that even if he's arrested, at least he can be able to have his way out. But if he's not licensed by the government, the first point is that, oh, who killed so and so person? Then you say, which of the security arm did you belong to? He said private security. Is he properly licensed? So even if he's licensed, who asks you to carry a gun and other things? So you find out that both the security outfit and the school that they are trying to protect are seriously in big trouble. So these are some of the things that keep making me to say that the government is not sincere to themselves and they are not faithful to the people. And there's something that I'm looking at, because we are not just looking at the immediate effect.
Yes.
What the government try to do now in trying to cover their face, in trying to make sure that, oh, they are just delivering around the whole thing because of their own personal political gain.
Yeah.
A time will come that some of them that are in the office now, it will become a curse. It will become a yoke. It will become something that they themselves will regret, including their own generation and their generation yet unborn. Because whatever it is that they are doing now, they should be able to know that it's a seed. And whatever you sow, the Bible says, whatever a man sow, he will reap. Yeah. So even if they are there today and they are just looking at the financial gain, at least we are securing the state, and money is being voted, and you just look at it and say, oh, look at the other day, I was looking at something, sir, reading Vanguard. Do you know, I now discover they were talking about the total number of policemen we have in this country. So how will these people, how will those numbers, sir,
number is quite significant,
being able to secure millions of people?
Over 200 million.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yes. We'll come back to that because the president has given a directive that 30,000 additional policemen be recruited. He has also given a directive that the military should recruit more soldiers. But we'll discuss that if that is actually the panacea to solving this problem. But that will be after this break. What a delight to have you back on the program. It is 60 Minutes Nigeria. We are looking at the implication of recent development in Nigeria. In some states, schools being ordered to shut down because of insecurity, and some counter directives in some states, especially the FCT, you know, school shut down. Minister said, no school shut down. My state is, the FCT is safe, you know, but we just hope that nothing happens in the FCT so that the minister will not blame himself. We have very distinguished personalities with us. Professor Joe Bodion is with us, and Reverend Benson Ogeraki, who is also an educationist, a private school proprietor, and a clergyman is also with us. My name is Ego Sagmalao. You can be a part of this program we allow members of the public to phone in and make their contributions. The phone number will be displayed on the screen. Please do not use any derogatory language. Do not insult anybody. We want a better Nigeria. You may have ideas. You may have ideas. And because of your ideas, because you are not here physically, you may not be able to contribute. So, but through virtually, through phone calls, you can always contribute. And government officials will listen to you and heed your advice. But we'll take another break. After this break, we'll continue with the program. Okay, so the program is on. 60 Minutes Nigeria. You can phone in and make your contributions to the program. The closure of schools, is it the way out of securing our students, or the government should put in modalities to ensure that insecurity is tackled in Nigeria? We have our very first caller on the program. Good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, sir.
Your name and where are you calling from?
Calling from Urugu, Ilorin, local government area of the state.
Please go on.
The closure of the immediate closure of the school, it is not a total panacea to the problem on board. But however, before those criminal activities took place in those schools, where is the government security? And where is the school proprietor, or rather the principal? Is there no policeman? And they came that these kidnappers, they came with guns, or rather with a very long gun, to pass almost stopping students of the school. Where is the presence of the gate man? In fact,
Thank you very much. All the way from Oriomo, we just got that caller. That's a nice one. Far Oriomo. Okay. So they are watching this program. Yeah, we have another caller. Good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from?
Hello, good afternoon. Paul from Benin, from Igor.
Okay, we have a caller from Igor. Please go on.
Okay, the thing is that it's not just to close school or shut it down, but we need tighter security in the strategic locations so we can combat these issues of kidnapping, armed robberies, and banditry. That's the most important thing. Because if schools get closed, it will affect the school curriculum, and students can't really be at home, which is not the right way and the right thing to do. So thank you.
Thank you very much. That's another caller from Igor. Thank you. They are saying closure of school unacceptable. I hope government officials are listening. The people are saying no to closure of school. Okay, we have more callers who will also make their points known. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we just have another caller now. Good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, sir. We're calling from Moreto local government.
Okay, please go on.
So, closing the school is not the solution. They would have find solution for it. But when you close the school, they are not going to learn. They are not have for them. When they're supposed to learn, we are taking them back. So what is the solution they would have find? Something that was not the solution. So the leader is supposed to do something and tell us the problem and how we're going to solve the solution. Let them know where to solve the problem. That is the issue of it. It's not by closing the school. So that is not the issue.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Prof,
Yeah.
I was just talking about this issue of, how our schools should be protected.
Yeah.
But something cropped up.
Yeah.
The president has ordered recruitment of additional policemen,
Yes.
recruitment of additional soldiers. Don't you think these bandits can infiltrate the recruitment process?
Okay, that's another scary one. But I imagine that those in charge of the processes for the recruitment will be more diligent and, of course, transparent too. I also imagine that the DSS and security agents will be involved, because such a recruitment exercise must be referenced from the home. Because these bandits are known in their communities now. Most of the boys who were involved leave communities, going to the forest and start, infiltrating. And like people have also said, most of them are not even Nigerians. In the recent, they're not Nigerians per se. These are persons who infiltrate our system because of our porous borders and our, lack of border patrol and all that. So if those persons are not Nigerians, what we should be worried about is that even these persons, the bandits who are not Nigerians, get into these security forces. So it is vigilance, it is focus by those involved that will prevent such instances.
We'll come back to you, Prof. Let's just get this caller. Okay. We'll get more callers to make their own suggestion because it's a collective requirement is needed, is required to get the problem solved. We have this caller. Good afternoon. Yeah, your name, where are you calling from? Go on. Go on.
Why is government afraid of arrest people? Why? Gobi says know where they are negotiating with them. Why is government afraid of arrest people? What is the implication of arresting people? Any problem they arrest people for question?
Okay, that's your suggestion. He is asking that nobody is above the law. We'll take a break now and we'll continue with the program. Okay, we have a caller. Good afternoon. Where are you calling from? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Reverend Benson.
Thank you very much.
Recruitment process.
Yes.
Don't you think the government is now hasty? Because you actually mentioned that the number of policemen is inadequate.
Yes.
So, don't you think these bandits can infiltrate the recruitment process?
There is every possibility that they can infiltrate. One of the reasons that I said so is because when you look at the recruitment process of this country, it's more of who you know. It's more of who is standing for you. It's more of the people in authority. Our recruitment process is not genuine and is not straight. For instance, you will see that there are people who are well educated, sound, capable to be able to handle some specific responsibility for this country. But the opportunity for them to be employed is not there. Why? When employment is coming, most of the politicians are given slots. They can tell this person, will give you 20 slots.
Okay.
Another person.
Please, Reverend, you continue, but let us get this caller. Good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from? Go on. Okay, please reduce the volume of your TV set. Reduce the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you clearly. Okay, go on, please. Thank you very much. That's the first woman to have called into this program today. That's a good one that the women are also watching. I know the women care too because children are involved. Women will never be left alone. They must participate. Okay, we have another caller on the program. Good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. He is saying that the welfare of policemen, welfare of the military, welfare of personnel, the different security agencies should be adequately taken care of so that they can do more and go into the forest. Okay. Okay, we have this caller. Good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from? Your name, where are you calling from? Okay, I think we're having a network problem. Yes, Reverend, you were talking about recruitment process.
Yes, like what I was saying, when you discover that people are giving slots, it doesn't really matter who you bring. But as long as slots are given to you, so you now say, okay, these are the ones that I submitted. So there are some of them that cannot even go to the interview panel, but their names are there. We have seen it in this nation, that people will go for interview, they will be qualified, and they will know that yes, they have done well. They will go home rejoicing, and at the end, their name will not be shortlisted. Even besides that, sometimes you discover that those that they want to actually employ, they have already listed their names and everything. And at the end, they just come out to the public. They announce that they want to make a new recruitment. And people will fight for it, they will apply it. But at the end, they know that the people have been employed, but they just do that to let the entire people know that we have actually recruited people. But is it the people that actually came for the interview? Sometimes no. So that is why, if they actually love this country and if they want to do something for this country that will make their name to actually be in a good book, because the Bible says good name is better than riches, is that they should make sure that everybody should face the panel, and those that are qualified should be the ones that are employed.
Thank you very much. We have another caller. Your name, where are you calling from?
Do you believe that it is wise to invite USA to come and USA for what we do for Nigeria? I think it is wise in time for we to invite them.
I don't have his number. I'll call him.
Ross, we will send you Donald Trump's number so that you will be the one to help Nigeria to call him. Okay, but that is on the lighter side. It's just to tell you that so many Nigerians are really frustrated. Yes, they are not happy with what is happening in Nigeria. I told you, I said, this problem, everyone must join hands together to tackle. It's not one man problem. Don't think it's only about President Tinubu. It's about the country. My guests, they don't belong to any political party, but you see, they want Nigeria to be a better country. We have this caller. Good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from?
My name is Nancy.
Okay, go on.
The problem in Nigeria is too much.
Okay, we already know that.
Okay.
So do you think closure of school is the way out? Okay. Well, he just said that the problem like Prof, the way forward.
Okay, the way forward. Okay, thank you. I think we asked this question for some time, as far as you got security. The way forward, maybe referencing what the penultimate caller said, maybe not in the manner I said it. The way forward, one of the way forward, the top of the what we call the low-hanging fruits, as it were. As a matter of urgency, we must now invite some foreign or technical partners to assist us in this war, this guerrilla warfare we are fighting with these insurgents, bandits, or whatever they call themselves. So maybe Donald Trump offer, it may be in a very bizarre manner, gun blazing and all that, but I don't think that's what he meant. It's probably a showman. But I think what it means is that we need to invite some of these technical partners.
But the federal government says they would not invite mercenaries.
No, not mercenaries, not really.
Okay.
You must invite countries that are stronger than you in terms of intelligence gathering, for example.
Yes.
In terms of wherewithal to fight insurgents. We have a partnership with all these countries right from the onset. We've not jettisoned those partnerships.
Yes.
Even within the sub-region of West Africa too, these people are coming from countries. You just say about Kui, Guinea, Bissau. These insurgents are coming from countries. We must ignite the ECOWAS body, what we used to call ECOMOG. Though we were the leaders of ECOMOG at that time in the 90s. But I think ECOMOG must come back now, but not just come back at the level of Africa, Nigeria being at the center.
Okay.
At the level of...
Prof, let's just quickly take this caller.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from? Your name? Okay, go on. Okay. I think this scholar is just reiterating what somebody else said. Yeah. So saying human beings are wicked is not a new thing. We already know that human beings are wicked. But now we have a problem that is leading to even closure of school. How do we solve the problem? That's the discussion. Yes,
so I was saying, just to cap it up, I think it's important that we now get some of our regional partners to also assist us. First, in checking the inflow of insurgents from their countries.
Okay.
There should be some sanctions to these countries that allow them to cross to our border, or cross our border. Then on our own part, we must strengthen our borders, because these people, they filtrate. The Iswa people are originally from the Sahel, and so how did they get here? Yes, we reference, we don't start mentioning names here, but if it's a religious agenda or what have you, but we can check it, by using our diplomatic channels, and then most importantly, block our borders, and then our military too, they should be proactive. I think a lot have been voted for them in terms of money to buy equipment, and the Tucano jets, where are they? Because I have not heard about them, and I know.
And that was in the news that time.
I know the furore over that during Jonathan's time, and Buhari came more than 10 years now. I expect those things to be active, bombing all these terrorists, and because those Tucano jets are modern enough that they can pick out targets from anywhere.
Okay, Prof, let's just take this caller. Good afternoon. Your name? Where are you calling from? Yes. Okay. Open grazing is another problem. Even the Ikpoba local government recently imposed a ban. The federal government, we understand, they have even banned it. I think that news also...
But in the sense of it, if we don't have a law in Edo State, I'm not aware if we have enacted one in Edo State. We were supposed to do one.
The open grazing under Governor Obaseki was also banned.
Yeah, I think so.
Daytime
daytime, restriction, you mean, okay. So the restriction, really, okay, we say the restriction.
It was banned.
You can do the restriction by way of policy, really, but the outright ban is what most of these our colleagues are canvassing for in terms of restriction of movement.
Grazing is a business.
A serious one.
Farming. If you say you ban grazing, there must be provision for this people.
Alternative, yes.
Because they are also farmers. Those who are rearing cattle, they are also farmers.
Yes.
So they also should have a place
that's why the
where they can take care of their own livestock.
The Ministry of Livestock is to address that.
So why the farmers, those who are handling crops, we have their own farm. Those who are handling, who are doing grazing, should have a place where they can also graze. So government must find solution to this problem. But I don't think this problem is all about a farmer header. It has past that level. It's far, but people are still misunderstanding farmer header. No, that one is
far beyond that.
We are talking about bandits now.
They come to school, it picks you from school.
We're talking about kidnappers.
People from churches. There's no farm in the church.
Serious crime.
So this one.
Okay, so Reverend Benson,
yes, sir.
The way out.
Okay, I want to start with this, sir. One of the major way out is that let our leaders know that we don't have any other country.
Okay.
This is
no need to jackpot.
This is the only country
that
we have. We should be able to be there to make sure that it's not really to go for what the country can do for us, but what can we do for the country. If they have such heart, you will discover that when they enter the office, they are not there because of what they want to gain, but they are there to become an instrument of change. Why did I say so? There is difference between, people say action speak louder than voice.
Yeah.
There's difference between you are saying something from the mouth, but your action is against what you are saying. It's an evidence to show that you are not sincere. All the government arms that should rise up, they should do it now. I was sharing with somebody that day. I said, what has this government actually done that we can say, yes, we are holding it and saying, because of this, that it must return back. But 2 years, you're already flaunting the issue of coming back for 2027. But what is it that the nation will hold on to? That people will see and they will start clamoring and say, this person must come back, must come back, must come back. Even if we don't know, you show it works. That you have done this, you have done this, you have done this, and we're actually seeing it. One of the major issues that have been there is this issue of insecurity, which is still a problem till today. What have they done about it? Let us hear that those that are involved in sponsoring it, that their names are published, they are arrested, they make them to face judgment, and when they face the judgment, then the consequence. So we now begin to, oh, thank God, others that are involved will begin to retreat.
Run away.
They will run away from it. Now when you are telling us, we are telling them, we are telling them, we are telling them. Can you imagine somebody that was pointed to, was having a marriage in his home? Government functionaries were there. Doing what? So I want to say that they should make sure that they rise up, knowing that this is the only nation that belongs to us. Yeah. Because even if they send their children out of this country, a time will come that the children want to come back.
After graduation, maybe
after graduation, and that's it. So if the nation is not secured,
yes,
the nation is not good, so how will they be able to return back? So you discover that both those who are sponsoring it, both those who stay and just try to be looking, they are not doing anything. Whether they like it or not, they will reap from it.
Thank you very much.
Because they also have families.
Thank you. Before we call it a day on the program, I will just quickly task Professor Joe Bodjon to enlighten us on this aspect. Now, talking about the law, a quick one, because former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, made a comment that some of these terrorists or bandits or those who have been arrested committing serious crimes, that sometimes the judgment, that he is appalled, that the judgment is not as stiff as expected. Is it that our laws need to be strengthened? A quick one, Prof.
Okay, well, we have enough laws. I don't think it's about laws, really. It's about the enforcement of laws, by enforcement of laws. I wouldn't know what judgments our Honorable Senator is referencing. I wouldn't know the courts that tried them. But I think maybe what we should be moving forward is that we should be having special courts, really. At the backdrop of Nnamdi Kanu's trial and all the shenanigans that went with it, I think that the level of criminality, terrorism in this country means we should go back to have special courts. The military era, they had special tribunals, dealing with such issues, up to drug trafficking. That's how those first 3 drug traffickers were executed under Buhari's regime. So terrorism is so strong now that even in America, in the US, they had special courts at the time for this kind of, the Guantanamo Bay issue was because of special courts. So we should have special courts, not the regular courts. And what about the terrorism law that prescribes death penalty for some of these offenses and all that? Even kidnapping carries death penalty. But what we need are special courts that will be purpose-driven, knowing that these courts are meant to instill some level of deterrence and not a court-trying land matter, a court-trying property matter.
Thank you very much, Prof.
Thank you.
That's the show. Thank you very much, Reverend Benson Ogeraki, for your comments. I believe that you've enjoyed this program, and members of the public, we are grateful. You called in, you contributed. That's wonderful. Do have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye-bye.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain, which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy,